Hi everyone and welcome back. As promised, we're now joined in the studio by NHC Housing Manager, Reid. Derek is relatively new to this post but has been with the group for many years, so it'll be interesting to see his perspective on Northern Housing Company. Derek, just could you maybe give a wee bit of background on Northern Housing Company and what a mid-market rent is?
Yes, Steve. Northern Housing Company are really market leaders in providing mid-market rent, and they've actually been established for over 100 years. Mid-market rent is essentially affordable housing pitched somewhere between socially rented housing and the private rented sector. Rents are typically 10 to 20% below that private rented sector. So it's really aimed at people who are caught between modest income working families.
Okay, would that mean that folk who are in receipt of benefits wouldn't be a client group you would be aiming?
Typically no. Obviously when we encounter these clients we direct them towards other housing options, but generally it is pitched towards families who are actually working, yeah.
Okay, good. So, what makes Northern Housing champions in their field?
Well, as well as being really long established in the market, Steve, Northern Housing are now actually providing some of the most innovative and some of the biggest mid-market rent developments in Scotland. A recent example of this is Sailmaker in Edinburgh. It's 145 units delivered under the National Housing Trust model, commonly referred to as NHT. Yeah, so the really good thing about that is it actually affords people the opportunity to buy their property from kind of year 5 onwards.
So they would rent for 5 years and then hopefully take ownership of the house at the end of that period?
Yeah, so you're getting people into affordable housing and then they're going on the next step, if you like, to home ownership, which is absolutely brilliant.
I would take it there'll be a few challenges you've had along the way.
Yeah, there certainly have been. We've faced a few hurdles, but thankfully we've managed to overcome these. Our Wharton Square development adjacent to Q10 in Edinburgh, that was the first foray into that market. So there were a few things happened along the way. There was a withdrawal of parking permits, which were an issue for a few people. Plus, maybe we didn't fully understand the market. We soon caught up with that, provided what people were looking for in terms of floor coverings, white goods and so on. And I'm pleased to report that's now a thriving community. We've only got a couple of voids there, and it's...
So through these challenges, there's been lessons that you've learned?
Absolutely,
good.
Yeah.
Good, okay. So beyond the finish line, what does the future look like for Northern Housing Company?
Well, the future's really bright, it's really exciting times, and it's great to be involved. We've got several ongoing developments on site at the moment, which means over the course of the next 2 to 3 years we'll provide about 150 new housing units.
Are they mostly in Edinburgh?
Mainly in Edinburgh. We've got a development in Perth that gets handed over around about October of this year. There are also several potential developments, so that figure could also increase quite drastically. So it's exciting times.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really exciting times, and thanks for giving us that update on what's been happening in Northern Housing Company, and good luck for the next 18 months.
Thanks very much, Steve.
Okay, so from top quality housing to top quality care, as one of Scotland's best companies, Gowrie Care always have lots on. So after the break we'll look at what they've been up to, and we'll be back in the studio with Gowrie Care Managing Director Damien McGowan. Stay tuned.